So maybe you have a bodybuilding show or some kind of photo shoot coming up, or you want to look good for the beach or whatever, and you've heard about this peak week thing and wondering what it's all about. Well, I'm going to show you. I did my first peak week last year for a photo shoot, and I'm coming up on my next one to see my 1 year progress, or I guess second year in a row progress, and I am about 2 weeks out from doing a peak week. But essentially what we're gonna do in this video is I'm gonna show you pictures of what to expect before and after, what is involved, and what's the point of doing it, and what you can expect. So first off, looking at the computer, right here I have May of 2020 on the left and May of 2021 on the right. So on the left side, I didn't have as much muscle. I was about 10 pounds lighter than in the right photo, but body fat percentage is pretty much the same. So the difference between these, aside from being a little bigger, and the second is that the first one, I didn't do any specific peak week, anything like that. I just simply ate. I think I started fasting around lunchtime the day before and just wanted to be as flat as possible in the stomach, and I really didn't know what I was doing as far as photo shoot or posing wise, any of that type of stuff. The second one, I did a 5-day peak week routine prior to the photos, and what you can see here is there's not like, it's not gonna make you bigger or anything like that, but it essentially makes it look like you dieted longer. And the main thing is you get dehydrated. And so your skin gets thinner, and then you can see a lot more vascularity. Those are the two main things. So if you look here on the left picture, especially around my neck, you know, you can see a vein here. That's about it. But on the right, you see all these veins going up through my neck. It looks a lot drier. And then of course, if you go the unnatural route, then there's diuretics and stuff you add in, and so that'll do it even more, but then that gets really unhealthy and dangerous as well. So I don't suggest doing that for those of you who are already natural. And then here you can see this vein in the chest is sticking out more. That's my daughter, the baby. She doesn't want to go to bed right now. And then, especially when you get down to the arms here, so you can see some of the veins all here, but on this after picture, it looks like a road map going through my arms, both of them, all up my other arm here. You can see really standing out my bicep, all that. So a whole lot of vascularity showing up because depleted of all the water and then carbed up the day before, and that fills your muscles up without all the extra water. It's not healthy. It's quite unhealthy because you get dehydrated, start cramping, all kinds of fun stuff we'll talk about in a bit. But moving down a little bit to the lower half, this isn't total fair comparison because you see my legs are quite hairy in the first one, and then the second one I had trimmed the hair down very short, but you can still see kind of right here this vein here, this kind of bluish purple spot, and then in this one all over my calf it's really standing out. And so even a difference there, and this vein here going along my leg is standing out, and right here in the quads. So as you can see, big difference in the veins. And look at one more picture. We've got the front on pose, and once again, you know, I was actually learned, oh, front relaxed, you aren't totally relaxed, which is what I did in the first one. The second one, shoulders out a little bit and flexing still while trying to look relaxed. But you can see in the abs especially, you can kind of see before there's a little bit of veins down here, but in this one you can see the veins coming up the bottom of my abs, the side of the obliques here. And once again, all over the arms, looks like a road map going down, whereas the before, not so much. You can see the main large ones, and I didn't trim the hair on my arms or anything for this after one. I only did the leg hair, so no difference here. And especially right in the middle of my neck, you can see the veins going up there. So what you can expect is that you will look drier, so your muscles will stand out more because of that. Definitely vascularity is a big thing. So what is involved with the peak week? I have another video I did from last year. It's a pretty long one because I just did the whole week in one video. It's about 20 minutes long. But what I did is a keto diet for the first 3 days, and also drinking about 2 gallons of water a day, I believe. And the idea is you're depleting the glycogen out of your muscles because you're not getting any carbs, and then you're drinking a lot of water just to get your body used to peeing a lot and flushing all the water out of your system. The third of those keto days, you go sodium free, so you're cutting out all the salt and helping your body dry out even more. And with the fourth day, you do the carb up. I forget how much water I drank at the beginning of the day. I'm starting out the day with some chicken, 180 grams, as well as a half gallon of water over the next hour. And that's gonna be all the water for today. that's it for water. Till about, I think like 9 or 10 o'clock, and then cut off water for the rest of the day until at night had a little bit, and it's just eating a lot of carbs throughout the day. Not just junk food, there's rice, some protein, chicken in there as well, but essentially a lot of junk food too. And the idea is you're filling up the glycogen back in your muscles minus all the extra water. So you get a full look, but also a dry look. I didn't eat nearly as much as I thought I would. When Will Tennyson did this, he was like 12 pounds heavier at night, and that was only 5.5. But as you can see, I don't look like my stomach's really sticking out, but I feel like it right now. And I felt like if I could have force fed some more, but I probably would have started throwing up or something, or not been able to sleep through the night. And then on the last day, you get up, eat a little bit more candy and junk, and then do your posing, or if you're doing a show, do your show, all that kind of stuff, and try to look your best. The thing that's difficult is, for one, don't expect to get any better on your lifts during that week, because you're gonna feel pretty bad. If you haven't ever done keto before, then it stinks when you cut out all the carbs for those days, and you just feel like drained, especially. And then you got the carb up day and you just feel like, oh, I'm eating all this food and I don't really want to. I feel kind of bad. At least for me, I wasn't dieting leading up to it, so maybe if I was feeling starving, I'd be more into the whole carb up day. But then the next day you take the pictures you see, and it is quite a big difference. So I'm gonna do more detailed videos coming up in a few weeks for my peak week. I'm gonna do a video for each day to be more detailed on what I'm doing with the actual meal plans and all that, so you can see. Once again, I'll link the last one here, so if you want to see that now, you can. But keep in mind the difference in these pictures. Like, I don't look bad in the before picture here at all, Look completely fine, normal, somewhat athletic physique type of thing. The second one looked extra lean, veins sticking out everywhere. The muscles were a little fuller, and they were a little bigger because it was a year later and I'd gained about 10 pounds. But when you see pictures of people that look perfect like this online, chances are they went through some sort of process like this in order to look as good as possible on that day and do a full day of photo shoots. I mean, multiple locations, all kinds of stuff, and look as good as possible with the best light as possible. This was just in my garage with some side light. This time I'm gonna document, I'm gonna set up a room with some lights like I've got here and try to get the best lighting possible to show how much different it can look just from lighting. And all that stuff combined makes that person look so great. And then you look at yourself in your bathroom mirror with some overhead light behind your head, nothing on your body with contrast or anything like that. I've got a video showing just how much lighting can make your muscles stand up more. I'll link that as well. But those things make a huge difference. And you think, oh, I look terrible, but then you get in the right light in the gym or something, oh, I actually look big. Well, you look the way you look, but different lighting shows it different ways. So just keep in mind, don't compare yourself to other people. Compare yourself to you, and that is the most important thing. But keep a lookout for that series. I think I'm gonna be doing my peak week the second week of May, so 2.5 weeks or so from now. And it'll be interesting. I'll try to put those videos out maybe once every 3 or 4 days or something like that to get you more into that. But let me know if you have any questions about this process. It is interesting just to see how your body reacts to things, what you can put it through, and how it changes as you do that. But Instagram at Camber Fitness, got lots of videos or pictures and videos there, stories, all that kind of stuff. And on the channel, I've got recipes, got things like peak weeks and muscle gaining, exercises, all types of fun stuff to try to keep it interesting for you. I will see you in the next one.